I'm your man, Curtis Aiken. This is my woman, Paula Aiken. We got a good show for you today. We got the returning Corona family from Wuhan, China, versus the atmosphere from the universe.
Ooh.
One of these two families is going to drive off with a loaded 2019 coronavirus. Give me COVID and give me fresh air.
Oh. Yes, sir. Oh. Okay. I was trying to figure where you were coming from. Fresh air. So important, but let's look at the disclaimer.
All right, let's go with the disclaimer at this time. So let's go ahead and turn the page. And put the disclaimer at this time. And my mic on? Yes, it is? Okay, yeah. The information presented in this presentation is not to diagnose, prescribe, or treat, but to educate only. We advise that you consult with your primary care physician before incorporating any complementary, integrative, and or alternative lifestyle medicine. So, honey, this is a mini series on depression.
Right.
And like I said last week, the season hasn't even started yet. We mentioned that it's a season called the seasonal affective disorder. Acronym is SAD, SAD. It's right before the winter time. So for those who are already stressed out now, agitated, we're not even in the depression season.
Okay.
It's going to be really hard for that.
Well, I think that one of the things that's very, very important here, Curtis, we're still talking about COVID-19. We're talking about depression.
Yes.
Last week we talked about the musical mind.
Oh, this might
how
work.
We all have a musical mind.
That's true.
Okay. And now you're talking about the air quality.
Yes.
So air quality has something to do with depression and anxiety that we can be going through.
Okay, now this may be an eye-opener for a lot of people. So let's go to our next graphic. Here it is right here. Here it is. So polluted air equals mental depression. Here it is, folks, all right? Quote, our findings support an association between air pollution exposure and, here it is, folks, here it is, depression, anxiety, and suicide. We're talking about polluted air. All right, now the picture here, that's a person's nose.
I can see.
All that pollution going up into the nostrils.
Right.
That's why a lot of times one writer will be emphasizing this time too about getting out of the big cities, because more big cities, more pollution. That's why also, folks, there's going to be a high incidence of depression and suicides on the West Coast because of the polluted air, and also because of some of the sound from the speakers of the smoke from the fires on the West Coast, all that polluted air. So therefore, polluted air equals mental depression. It is simply neurotoxic to the brain. Toxic to the brain, so therefore the brain is affected in a negative way.
Let's bring it on home then.
Okay.
All right, we talked about what's going on the outside. But what about inside the home? Can the home be actually polluted with bad air that can cause problems for us when we talk about depression, anxiety, and suicide?
Right. Okay.
So let's go inside the house.
Okay, so this is our favorite author, Alan White. Some of you may have this book at home, Testimony Volume 1, page 702, 703. Listen to this, quote, the effects produced by, here it is, highlighted, ill-ventilated bedrooms, here it is, the mind becomes, underscore, depressed and gloomy. We're not talking about what you eat or drink.
Right.
We're talking about the quality of air and the impact it has on our mental health. There's a lot of clinical studies on indoor pollution. So we already have the household cleaners and pets and the dander and the molds and not changing the filters. Added with that, there's no ventilation in the bedroom, therefore it compounds that. So all that pollution has now been created in our own home and in our own bedroom as well. Therefore, that's why in the wintertime you have more people who are depressed,
yes,
and more people who are suicidal in the home during the winter time. Right.
And think about that fact too. I'm thinking about what you're just saying about that bedroom, because normally when you go into the bedroom at night, you actually close the door. So you're right there in that kind of environment. So Curtis, we made a comment about air. So what does air have to play into this situation?
Okay, so how do I start? Here it is. First of all, my testimony is page 701. Listen to this quote. Now this author tells us how to do it.
Okay.
A prescription. Let it in the air, underscore the word gradually, not all at once.
Okay.
Increasing it a little every day. In a week, the windows can be up to 2 or 3 inches. Now, folks, let's simply do the math.
Okay.
So, 3 inches in a week's time, which means that open up your window a half an inch every day. In about a week's time, is up 3 inches.
Okay, a half an inch.
Every day.
Okay, let me make
so in a week's time, 6 days, it's up 3 inches.
Okay, it's up 3 inches.
That's
not, but that,
see, if you do it all at once, you're not used to the fresh air coming in. It's too much shock to the body, so you have to be done. That's why I underscore the word gradually, increase it every day. And so she gives us a prescription about that.
Yeah, but I can hear Shirley saying the winter's coming.
Oh yeah, so that doesn't affect the winter.
Wait a minute.
Surely you're not going to do it in the winter time.
No, not in the winter.
Yeah, y'all just crazy.
So let's talk about the winter time and having a window up.
Okay, well,
in the bedroom.
Okay, folks, hold on to your seat because here it is. All right. What about the winter time? Here it is. Constitutional Health, page 58. Quote: increase its circulation until they can bury it. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Even in the winter? Oh my goodness.
Okay.
The lungs. Here it is now. The lungs, in order to be healthy, must have pure air. Now, we're talking about coronavirus. When the virus goes to the nose, it goes to the lungs.
Right.
That's where everything takes place.
Right.
So thereby, if the lungs are not healthy, we get the coronavirus, it's going to be an increased risk of more severity because the lungs are not healthy because of lack of pure air, fresh air. Now, let me say this before we go to the next slide. Now, this author also says that the window cannot be at the head of the bed. If you do this, then you have a direct draft and you will catch a cold. She says the window should be either to the side of the bed or to the foot of the bed. So those who are listening, all right, if the window is at the head of your bed, then we suggest one of three things. Number one, move your bed so that the window's at the side or the foot.
All right.
Number two, sleep at the other end of your bed so that the window will be at the foot.
Okay.
Or number three, this may be the easiest one. Number three, move your window.
Okay, I see. Okay, now see.
Okay, this is a slow group. I think they got it. There's like a 2-second pause on that one.
Okay.
Let's choose one of the three.
All right, okay. Now I remember.
They still laughing. I'm on the next joke here. Work with me.
When we were in British Columbia.
Oh yeah, British Columbia.
We were doing a presentation for a solid week. We get to this woman's house we were staying at.
That's right.
She takes us to this room.
This is in the wintertime in British Columbia.
I'm talking about snow on the ground.
Yeah, it was snow.
It was super cold. Okay?
It was.
All right, so we go in there.
The head of the bed is at the window. That's right.
What did you do?
I moved the bed because we can't afford to get sick. Being in British Columbia, speaking, sneezing and coughing and carrying on. And then she came down the next day. She said, "Oh, I see you're moving furniture around." I said, "Yes." But then when I explained to her the reason why, unbeknown to me, because I would have helped her, she went upstairs and she moved her bed.
She moved the bed.
Yeah. But again, we want to emphasize it cannot be at the head of the bed, the window, either side or the foot, and then gradually, a half an inch each day. 6 days?
Yes.
That's your 3 inches. Right now, our window's open for 6 inches already.
It's already open. But, the thing is that I can hear you out there. You're saying it's wintertime. I'm living in the city.
I'm going to catch a cold.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to catch a cold. But I open my window up at nighttime while I'm sleeping, and somebody going to show up.
Standing in my bedroom.
So I'd be trying to find out ways not to be able to do this thing.
Yes.
So one of the things we recommend is that you can actually open the window from the top during the daytime.
During the daytime, right? The fresh air coming in.
From the bathroom or the other rooms in the house to
refresh
the whole house. And then if you can you know, let it down a little bit from the top of the window. That might be better. And if you're scared to death, then just go ahead and open the house up during the daytime, and then at nighttime, shut it down.
There you go. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
You got that net going a little bit.
Okay,
yeah, and let me say this. Let me say there's two other questions people say. Well, Curtis, if I do that, number one, I'm going to catch a cold. And number two, my electric bill will go up.
That's right.
No, it's just the opposite. That's direct. No, come now, let us reason together.
Right.
By opening up the window, you increase the circulation of the blood.
That's true.
When blood circulates in your body, it helps keep your body warmer. So you don't need as much heat. Electricity goes down.
Oh, that makes sense.
If you think about that. So therefore, that's why that's very important for that.
So what does Council on Health say?
So mental health influence of air. Here it is. Councils on Health. Excuse me, page 60. Here it is. Air, quoting verbatim. The precious boon. Now the word boon means blessing, benefit of heaven. Here it is, folks. Prove a soother of the nerves, imparting a calmness and serenity of the mind. Fresh air. We cannot ignore this, folks. And so therefore, that's why we're doing this now, because we're right before the winter time. And this can be an added benefit going through these winter months. This is going to be a long winter as far as this is concerned as well. All right, so last one.
Let's go to that.
Yeah, last one.
Always want to go to the Bible. What's the Bible saying?
Meeting the Savior. Where? Here it is. 1 Thessalonians 4:17.
Yeah.
Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with the Lord to meet the Lord where? In the air. Hallelujah. In the air. That's where we're meeting. In the air. All right.
I love that.
One last thing, because this is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. One last graphic, and let's go with that as well.
Well, I'm excited because you're just now talking about depression.
Depression,
but on tomorrow, Sunday, at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time,
virtual Zoom.
A virtual Facebook program is going to be on by Shirley Scott. She's right here at
the
First
Southern
Church,
Union Health Ministries Director.
And so violence, talking about depression, talking about domestic violence, and talking about cancer.
Yeah, I think you'll be talking about that.
Yeah, we'll be talking about cancer as it relates also. So how can we be stronger, bolder, better, and wiser? Is tuning into this conference as well.
So that's tomorrow.
Yes, and then next week.
And next week too, yes.
We're going to bring in cancer, because cancer, let's talk about cancer and the immune system as it relates to that as well.
So everything is up there, and just contact my wife's Facebook page as well.
All right, so John 10:10.
Jesus said, I come, that they might have life and have it more abundantly.